And welcome to another episode of Frugal Finance. Today we're going to do a portfolio overview. So I haven't done one of these for a little while. As you can see, we're 8.82% up. This is as of the 6th of the 7th. So we'll see what happens after the American Independence Day was on Sunday. So yesterday was a bank holiday. Obviously the stock market opens at around about 2:30 UK time. So we're, as you'll see on the top left hand corner, we are 8:30 in the morning. So a few hours time, see whether this is going up or down. Over the last day or so, it's gone down slightly, mainly on the FX effect. So the exchange rate, but yeah, hovering around about the 9%. So particular things to note since the last update is I actually, excluding the pie, the shares that I hold via the pie, I have sold my AGNC investments. Main reason for doing that isn't this particular dip here. Where you can see we've got up to around about 10% return on the investment, then it dipped down. I think some of that is to do with the fact that obviously we've reached almost its previous highs and there was a dividend payment out at that point, so I think a lot of people probably cashed out. But if you head on over to Google and literally just type in AGNC stock and then do the long-term performance, you'll see that there is a general kind of downward trend with AGNC, and I do like the dividends, but having put so much money into the pie dividend, I thought it was probably not a good idea to have so much of my funds tied up in in the pie, as well as over £2,500. So approximately 45% of the portfolio in dividend stocks, bearing in mind that I also have AGNC in the pie as well. So apart from further funds invested into the portfolio in general, I actually cashed those in. And one of the things that I've bought a little bit more in American Express. That's been on a bit of a rally of late, and I do use that product quite a lot. Again, I've put some more funds into Apple, another product I use. In fact, I use those two in conjunction with one another. So I tend to try and always pay with Apple Pay and on my American Express card, or via PayPal, which is another company I invest in. So there are three companies for me that are kind of interlinked, if you like, in terms of my daily transactions. So always using Apple phones and watches, using American Express because they give you cash back on the purchases, and I use PayPal if I can because it saves having to punch in a whole load of details, and they let you use American Express. So the rest of the funds that I took out have a fair chunk of them have gone into CCIV, which I believe is going to hopefully get the approval from the board, and and the shareholders voting for it to merge with Lucid Motors. And I believe that of recently this kind of upwards increase here over the last few months has actually is really on the basis that we're gearing up towards that end of July date. I think it's something like the 20th or something, or the 19th. So the ticker symbol probably should change the following day, if not on the Monday, because I think that's a Thursday. And what I'm expecting to see is it's a 1-for-1 stock share. So for every share, so I've got 200 here, I will get 200 shares in Lucid Motors. I'm not expecting the price to rocket up. Maybe it will increase as we get closer to this day, and maybe slightly after. But I think to some degree the price is sort of built in a little bit. And really when they start producing their first cars and getting them out on the road, I think that's probably when the price will start to go up, because then things will begin to happen. But yeah, I mean, that has given me a reasonable return of late, as you can see, around 16%. And I've bought further shares in there. It was a higher percent, but obviously I bought some more now. I also bought 1.5 shares in Coinbase, which is traded around flat. I think that's a long-term thing. Obviously, the crypto space at the moment is not in a good condition, if you like. It's coming under attack from every angle. And then I bought some further shares in PayPal, taking my position to just under £1,000, or just 4.3 shares, 9.5% return on that one. And then put a little bit into Square, Stag Industrial, as well as another real estate. So spreading my real estate stuff about a little bit there. Upgraded to a whole share of Tesla. I was about half a share before. And Uber, again, something that I use quite regularly. Maybe not as a taxi, but we use Uber Eats quite regularly where we are. And I do think long term, it is probably a company that will do quite well in the kind of ride sharing space. They just need to sort out more of the sort of rural areas. I'm in the southeast near Brighton, and the towns between Eastbourne and Brighton, if you know where that is, are really quite not well covered by Uber. So over time, I think that will get better. But if you go into Brighton or any of the towns within a mile or so of the town centre, then it's well covered. So anyway, so that is my overall portfolio. As you can see, I'm reasonably heavily weighted to CCIV, so I probably won't be buying any more of them at late. If I do, it will just be a kind of handful of shares. Plan to put a bit more in Uber and Apple as a joint of them, and PayPal as well, and then possibly some in American Express, and then the rest of this is obviously all the pie here. So I hope you like that update. Sorry I've been a bit slack on updating. Obviously just been a bit busy of late. So if you do like the video, please do tap the like button. It really does help with these videos and tries to get them out to a wider audience. And I hope you quite like following my investing journey. And as I always say, it's only for entertainment purposes only. They're not designed for you to kind of follow and think, oh, I can get an 8.81% return. You look back through my videos, that has been in a minus sometimes, and it's been as little as 0.5%. It's gone down to a minus of about 5%. It's all over the place. It's long-term investments. But as I always say, I'm not a financial advisor, so you need to take your own advice. Don't just copy me. Do your own thing. These are really here for you to just get a flavour and a bit of a window into what I'm doing. So if you like that, please do not forget to subscribe. Hit the like button. Comment below if you want to know anything, and I'll see you next time.